the big show. The big show.
Good afternoon, Seawolves, and welcome back to The Big Show. My name is Robert Chabilski.
And I'm Mackenzie Post. Welcome back, everyone. We have a jam-packed show for you today that I'm excited to jump into.
I don't know about you, Mackenzie, but I had a really busy weekend, and it began Thursday night at the Ammerman campus of Suffolk County Community College. I took a class on how to be a poll inspector for Election Day. The Suffolk County Board of Elections expects this Election Day to be one of the busiest yet, estimating that some wait times on November 5th may be upwards of 3 hours. It's not my place to tell you how to vote, but it's really important that you do vote and to be registered to make sure that you can.
Yes, I absolutely agree. It is crucial to register to vote, Robert. I also took the time this weekend to focus on a very significant issue. I went across campus to the Mart Auditorium to cover our first piece.
Attendees poured into Stony Brook University's Mart Auditorium on Thursday, September 19th for the Voices from Gaza and the West Bank Healthcare and Crisis event. The importance of this event was supported by over 30-plus organizations and sponsors across Long Island and at Stony Brook University. Opening remarks from event coordinators set the tone, with emphasis on the intention to discuss the ongoing healthcare crisis in Gaza. The night hosted 4 speakers who would share their stories from Gaza. The first was Dr. Syed M. Saeed, SBU School of Medicine graduate, practicing plastic surgery. He detailed his harrowing experiences working, living, and operating in Gaza.
Going to Gaza and spending time with these people, sleeping with them in the same room, you become their brothers. So what did I witness there? I witnessed the destruction of human life, the destruction of families, the destruction of a healthcare system. This is a family displaced living in a stairwell in the European Gaza hospital.
During his 2 trips to Gaza and the West Bank since April of 2024, Dr. Saeed has performed over 60 life-changing surgeries. He dedicated his appearance at this event to his coworker and friend who was heartbreakingly killed in a missile attack.
He wanted to become a neurosurgeon. He was killed on August 30th, 2024 at 1:45 a.m. when he was in the house of his aunt, visiting his aunt, and the building was struck by a missile. So just to share, these are human beings. I would regularly exchange messages with Abdul Rahman. We were talking about what he felt. I know we are supposed to be strong and patient and hold on, and I am, but sometimes my human weakness overrules everything. Allah said in the Quran, لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها, that human souls are not burdened beyond their scope.
Then, a medical evacuee from Gaza named Sarah Beso shared her experience of losing her 2 brothers and receiving burns to a large portion of her body.
My life before the war was normal. Unfortunately, I lost 2 of my brothers. Ahmed, 15 years old, and Muhammad, 8 years old. Ahmed was killed immediately. My other brothers and I were caught in the middle of fire.
The entire crowd was in tears from Sarah's story and her bravery. Her sister, Saham Bezo, shared what she wants people to take away.
Do not stop sharing. Seek for the truth. Seek for the Palestinian people. Seek for Gazans. Social media right now, it doesn't present all the truth.
The final 2 panelists were photographer and journalist Tom Lewandin and philanthropist Steve Sosby. Tom's photographs of his time in Gaza were displayed for attendees to view throughout the event, with him delving into the emotions and stories behind each photo.
He is one of the many unsung heroes. He's a volunteer security guard. But the amount of bodies he took out those rooms, it was countless. And he would take them to the morgue. The morgue was full, and I don't know if you know this, but they started using old ice cream trucks.
His pictures capture the medical emergencies thousands of Palestinians are facing with the lack of resources to help. His book, Children of Gaza, The Kites So Fly, is a testament to each human story of the men, women, children, and families in Gaza. Steve Sosby discussed what he has witnessed in his years of living in Gaza. The change from warm and loving Gaza to a flattened and devastating scene where over 19,000 children alone have died.
And many of those children, as I just mentioned, were denied care. So children were dying just because they couldn't get treatment. So we built a cancer department, which, by the way, on November 5th was bombed.
As director and founder of Heal Palestine, he tries to help provide every young Palestinian in Gaza health, aid, guidance, and leadership.
Steve has committed his career to addressing the needs of children injured by the tragedy of war.
What we're doing now is just trying to help people survive with food, with medication, with clean water, with health care, mental health support. We're running a food kitchen that distributes 5,000 free meals a day. We're opening more kitchens in the north. Every single Gazan, the 2.1 million figure that Dr. Said put earlier, every single person is traumatized.
The overall message of this event united all, regardless of different characteristics and backgrounds, attendees leaving with a newfound understanding of the medical and humanitarian crisis in Gaza.
Wow, that was very informative, but also heavy, Mackenzie.
Yeah, it definitely was. But as journalists, we have to keep our composure. I have to admit, behind the camera, I shed a tear along with everyone else. But to switch our focus from the Middle East, let's turn to the middle of campus, where Imra is going to give us our one-day forecast. Imra?
Thanks, Robert. Well, I guess I'm one of the unlucky ones because I'm actually out here stuck in the rain. So let's make this quick. For today's weather report, we can expect a high of 68 and a low of 57. It is cold and it is rainy, so pack your raincoats and dress warm. And don't be like me, stay inside. Now back to you in the studio.
I'm not happy to hear about the rain that's coming, but did you notice the new mural in the background?
Yes, I was actually there on Friday while it was being created. It was designed by our own Emma Earhart, a mass communication student who, in tandem with campus beautification and the help of friends and classmates, created the mural Friday afternoon. It's outside the ECC building, which houses our own Studio B, where we are right now.
Wow, that mural really brightens my day. It will definitely greet me every single time I walk into the studio. But, in other words, my day could be better. You know, I'm kind of hungry. But lots of my friends insist on a diet of ramen noodles, but I think there's so much more out there to try and taste. To learn more about the culinary experience that's out there, we sent our own Aisha Butt off campus.
People are up bright and early on Wall Street, and we are not talking about the financial center of the U.S., rather a lively neighborhood approximately 26 miles from campus, Huntington Village, where the Cook Studio sits. The formula to becoming the next Gordon Ramsay is provided at the Cook Studio.
So we are recreational cooking classes. Cooking classes are all we do. We do fun classes, about 30 different classes. They are all 2-hour classes geared towards grown-ups or adults. We don't like to say adults, but we don't do kids classes. Again, cooking classes are all we do. Date night, girls' night out, friends' night out, private parties, birthdays, bachelorettes, corporate team building. It's a great night out or a great day out. We call it culinary entertainment. All right, akin to paint and sip, just happens to be food and sip. We do serve alcohol, beer, wine, sake, cider, and all different fun classes. So instead of just going out to eat, we call it dinner and a show. So you're going to get your sushi, you're also going to get to learn how to make sushi and have a little bit of fun. All of our classes run a very specific way. When the guests come in, they sit down and they watch the chef for a half an hour, like doing a little cooking show. There's a demo start to finish. We have a large TV screen so everybody can see exactly what's happening. Then it will be their turn to cook or roll. All of their food is laid out in front of them, but they'll be cutting and chopping and rolling. And then for the sushi class, they will decide what they want to make for their sushi. We give them 5 different proteins: tuna, salmon, eel, crab, shrimp, also avocado, cucumber, scallions, all the traditional stuff that might go in there, and then they create their roll. Again, for example, in sushi class, they will make 5 rolls each, and they will decide what they want. Do they want spicy tuna? Do they want salmon? However they want to make it, they will create it.
And lastly, ending it all off with my personal favorite, rolling the sushi.
Now that was much easier than operating a camera, so maybe I should get out of Stony Brook University's School of Communications and go into culinary class and roll some sushi instead.
And look at that. I ended with a delicious dish that I, for once, didn't burn into a crisp.
This sure beats the instant ramen. After all, an investment of $100 can maybe help hungry college students find their love through the kitchen. I'm Isha Butt in Huntington. I'll see you guys back in the studio.
I love sushi. I actually had some for dinner last night. So maybe I have to go and learn to make my own. Robert, how about you?
Well, sometimes I dabble in sushi at the Chinese buffet. That's always a treat for me.
And I sometimes dabble in sports. To hear more about what's going on in that side of the news, let's go to our sports maven, Adrian Esposito.
Thanks, Mackenzie. Welcome to Adrian's Avenue, the road to all the sports information that I care about. I'm your host, Adrian Esposito. The New York Jets and New York Giants both won their games this weekend. The Jets creamed rival New England Patriots like clam chowder on Thursday, September 19th, with a score of 24-3. The Giants also beat the Cleveland Browns 21-15 on Sunday, September 22nd. Stony Brook football has now won 3 games in a row with its victory over Campbell on Saturday. The team has not done this well since before the pandemic. This is the first time that the Seawolves have gone 3-1 since 2018. New coach Billy Kosh must be having a profound impact on the team. Women's volleyball split the 2-game set with Hofstra, with each Long Island school taking a game apiece. Men's soccer narrowly lost its away game at Elon 2-1. Women's soccer won 3-0 versus Charleston on Sunday at home. In baseball news, the New York Yankees officially made the playoffs on Wednesday, September 18th, with a win over the Seattle Mariners. They also swept the A's in Oakland this weekend, with star player Aaron Judge bringing his total home runs this season to 55. The Yankees have reached 90 wins this season. The New York Mets had their last home game on the season on Sunday night and won 2-1 over the rival Philadelphia Phillies. The Mets are doing well but have not secured a playoff spot yet. It's been a great week for New York sports. I will leave you with Jason Kitograd with the weather. Jason?
Thanks, Adrian. Jason Kitograd here, a budding meteorologist from Stony Brook's famous School of Atmospheric and Marine Sciences, coming at you with the 7-day forecast. It's September 23rd, and you know what that means. It's the first day of fall, so the temperatures are finally cooling down. As you've heard, today's going to have a high of 68 and a low of 57. It's looking pretty cloudy skies, but the sun will poke through here and there. It gets interesting in the afternoon with some showers that will be ending in the early evening. Tuesday, a high of 68 and a low of 59. Here's the good news, no more showers, but still quite cloudy. The skies start to open up into the night, into Wednesday morning. On Wednesday, the afternoon is looking partly cloudy with showers in the evening into Thursday. Thursday warms up with a high of 75 and a low of 63, but don't forget your umbrella because we'll be experiencing passing showers throughout the afternoon, which should be ending around 5 p.m. Hold on to your hat because 10 to 15 mile per hour winds are predicted in the forecast. Friday, a high of 75 and a low of 61. Things are looking up on Friday because the sun will finally make a strong presence. Saturday, a high of 71 and a low of 57. Intervals of clouds and some sunshine. And finally Sunday, a high of 70 and a low of 57 with partly cloudy skies. That will be all for this week's forecast. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Jason. In the big rush of events to get all of my homework done, I didn't even notice it was fall.
I sure did. It was crisp this weekend in Stony Brook Village while I was at the Harbor Jazz Festival.
That sounds amazing. I hope the start of fall leads to the smell of more pumpkin spice lattes, one of my all-time favorite fall treats.
I love a good PSL too. That's all the time we have for you today. We hope you all enjoy the start of your autumn. I'm Robert Chabilsky.
And I'm Mackenzie Post. See you next week, Seawolves.
This is the big show. The big show.